The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
All right, good morning, everybody. We're going to get started here in a minute. I got Ed Maynard and Gene Colbego on the line today.
And good morning, everybody. Glad to be with you.
Mm-hmm. All right, just going to load up some other things here, and we're going to get rolling. I got Carly Washkalis coming in again today, so she's going to kind of kick it off a little bit for us, one of our students. And so I'm just going to kind of look through and see if she's there already.
Okay.
She's usually pretty good. I see Phil Moore is in the house. Yeah, I see Carly Washkalis is here, so that's great. Yeah, so we're going to kick it off with our special guest appearance, guest star here, Carly Washkalis.
Okay.
I like having her kick off our webinars from basically from the student perspective. And I put her in the team, and she's going to demonstrate how you get the assignments and what it's been like on her end as far as a student in the team's world. So we'll be going that route first.
Sounds awfully good.
Yeah. All right, what do we got here for a time? My computer says 9:30. My phone says 9:30.
Yep.
I'll give it another 30 seconds, and then we'll roll.
All right.
So good morning, everybody. So everybody still has that coffee fresh in hand. I don't. I'm not much of a coffee person. Really not. I've never been. You know, I drink tea. Not every day, but I drink tea. That's the English in me, I guess. But my mother would always say, you know, don't ever admit any other nationality other than the Italian that's in you. So so ever since then, I've just been Italian, I guess.
That's
my
cool.
mother.
You gotta do what moms say, right?
That's it. Well, yeah. All right, well, good morning, everybody. We are going to get started here, and I just want to welcome everybody to our Level 6 training this morning. And some of you might be feeling a little bit stressed. You might be feeling like, I don't know, do I really belong on a Level 6, or do I, should I be staying at 5, or maybe I'm still a 4, or maybe I'm 7, I don't know, whatever. But when you look at the continuum that's on your screen right now, these layers, these levels are always, I always tell everybody, these are very, very fluid levels. Feel free to, you starting here in level 6. If it's getting too overwhelming for you and you need to drop out, then by all means, go ahead and do it. I got some people who are level 4s that like to just see what level 6s are doing or see what the level 8s are doing. And you're more than welcome to do all that. So by no means are these levels law. By no means, you have to stay in that level and only stay in that level. You can always fly around whenever you want. So anyways, so this is where we're heading today. This is our level 6. And we've got basically 3 bullets here, and basically we're taking all the skills that we've already developed in level 4 and in level 5, and then we're going to take it to the next level, and that is being able to create and receive assignments. I would say if you don't get anywhere else before the end of the school year, all right, if you are really trying to dive into this team thing, if you don't do anything else between now and June 9th, which is the last day we have with kids, I think level 6 is absolutely plenty. All right. And in fact, probably starting into next year, if we have to do this in the next year, level 6 is probably the bare bones minimum as far as what you need to do in the teaching world. Because I've always said in the past, and I say it in all my webinars, teaching boils down to 3, pillars, if you will. All right. And the 3 pillars are being able to assign work, being able to assess work, and being able to collaborate with your kids. That's it. That's what it boils down to in the teaching world, regardless of what Governor Cuomo thinks of us, which is basically glorified babysitters. Okay, so basically we need to assign work, assess work, and be able to collaborate with the kids. And that's where level 6 really, really starts taking off. Okay, we can assign the work, we can assess it, we can give feedback on the work, we can give the work back to the kid, and all that is being done in one area. So with that being said, I also want to show you the week's schedule. And if you haven't done so, if you haven't seen this document, please refer back to it. It's an email that was sent off on Sunday or Monday, sent off on Monday. That has all the webinars in there. Feel free to click on any of those and join anyone that you want. And you know, these three that are over here, the ones in bullets right here, the ones with stars, all you need to do with those ones is just on that day and time, just click on it, and that will get you into those sessions. Okay. So today, welcome again, everybody. This is Ed Maynard. I'm with Gene Colbago, and we're going to be taking you through level 6. All right. So before we get going too far, what I do want to do is I want to bring in our special guest star, and that special guest star is Carly Washkalis, and I'm going to basically give her the screen right now. And actually, you know what? Let's go to Teams first, and I want to make sure that Carly, yeah, I put Carly in the team this morning. So, all right, so Carly, I'm going to go ahead and turn the presentation over to you right now. If you want to give everybody a quick walkthrough as far as what's looked like on the student end, as far as being in teams and how you get your assignments and all that kind of fun stuff. So I'm going to hand you to the screen right now. You believe you know how to do this? Good morning, Carly.
Okay.
All right, kiddo, you have the floor.
So this is basically like how it comes up on my screen when I log on to Teams. And then I'll go to my level 6 team. So this is how it would come up. So this is all my posts. And then this in the assignments tab is basically where I would see all the assignments that I need to turn in. And then if I want to see all the ones I completed, I can hit that down. My grades, this is basically where it'll tell me like the status of my assignment. So it tells me when it's due, what the assignment is. So like it'll tell me if it's completed, late, if it was returned, if it wasn't due at all.
You know, Carla, why don't we head to one of your current teams, whether it's APES or Spanish or whatever else, and show what those little tabs look like there.
Okay. So I just got this right now. So this is the post that just came in. And then, okay, so here's my assignments. So I don't really have any assigned right now, but they're all right here under completed. So this is what it would look like, and I'll click on this one. So this is what one of my assignments would look like. This is where it says, like, when I turned it in, this is when it says it is. This is how many points, and then all the instructions here, materials that the teacher can link into the assignment, like for you to refer back to, and then this is the work that I uploaded right here. Okay, and then when I was talking about my grades and the status of them, I'll show you. This is where it says it. Turned in, returned. All my grades, all the dates, all that fun stuff.
Okay, so basically when you wake up in the morning, well, we have a little bit of an echo. I don't know if you guys have two computers or whatever. But when you wake up in the morning and you sit down in Teams, where's the first place that you go? Besides your AP Environmental Science, of course. Where's the first place you go?
The first place I go is probably activities, because then it shows me like who posted an assignment, who posted a message, who added me to what, and stuff like that. And it just shows me all the things that really were assigned.
Okay, so this is kind of like your to-do list. I had somebody asking the other day, because I guess you know, Google Classroom creates a to-do list, so this would be your to-do list, all right?
Mm-hmm.
So as far as assignments are concerned, most of the time, you know, you've said it already in the level 5 training because we brought you in for that. So now here you are in level 6. As far as your assignments go, sometimes you use your phone, sometimes you use the computer. What would you say percentage-wise? You use the computer 75% of the time, phone a couple times? What do you think?
I would say computer 75% and then phone 25. just when like I have to upload pictures and stuff, it's easier to do it off my phone than go onto my laptop for it.
And what would you upload pictures for? What kind of assignment would that be for? Math
So
or
when-
something?
Yeah, like when I have for my AP environmental class, she has us do like these one sheet things, and so I'll write them out on a separate sheet of paper. I take pictures of them, and then I'll upload them into my Google Drive, and then from Teams I can access my Google Drive to upload into the assignment.
Beautiful. All right. So, is there any, before we get going too far here, I'm going to turn the presentation back over to myself. Sorry about that. All right. But if you can hang on a couple minutes and, whoops, wrong click there. If you can hang on a couple seconds, I haven't given you any assignments yet in the level 6 team because I wanted to wait until everybody got in the level 6 team. So everybody that's in the audience today, I wanted to get them all in the level 6 team first and then assign everybody everything at the same time so it all looks the same. So if you could just hang on, can you hang on a couple minutes and
Yeah, that's
stay with
fine.
us? All right, cool. All right, I'm going to go ahead and mute your microphone.
Okay.
All right. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, that's Carly Washkalis. She's a junior at Niagara Falls High School. It's Joanne Washkalis, kindergarten teacher at GJ Mann. It's her daughter. She is one of our higher achieving students in the Niagara Falls district and at Niagara Falls. Works very, very hard at everything she does. So I want to thank Carly for coming in today, but we're not done with her. So if you could please, what we're going to do today is we're going to do a lot of work within a team, and the team that I've created is this level 6 team. You saw it on Carly's screen already. And I've created a team for every single level that we pretty much offer. Right, so I want to just kind of run through the ins and outs of this team first, and then I'm going to get everybody in the team. All right, so Gene, please feel free to kick in anytime you want if
I'm learning a lot. Thank you.
Okay, good.
No,
all right, so. All right. So, anyways, once you get in the team, you're going to find, we're going to just review level 5 here real quick. Remember, and once you get inside of a team, anything that's listed over here, these are called your channels. All right. And I had a really good analogy. I was in a webinar training with NiceGate Tech Integrators, and I love his analogy, so I'm going to use it. I'm going to steal it. And his analogy was channels, because we still have people like, well, what's the point of a channel? Channels are like this very first channel right here. It's called the general channel. All right, it's always going to default whenever you make a team. And this general channel is kind of like your house. All right, it's kind of like the whole house, everything that's going on inside the house. And then each of the channels below this are kind of the different rooms inside the house. All right, so right now, here's my general level 6, so it's going to deal with the whole house. And then I created separate channels for grades 3 to 5, grades 6 to 8, grades 9 to 12, and grades K to 2. All right, so that's what channels are over here on the left. And then across the top, you have what are called tabs. All right, now again, in a level 6 team or in a classroom team, these tabs might look a little different than some of the other teams you might already have been in. All right, a lot of teams that like maybe the coaches created or maybe your administrators have created, a lot of those are called either staff teams or PLC, professional learning community teams. Okay, but anyways, this is a class team. So you'll notice across the top, you'll have these tabs that are up here. And you'll know that you're in a class team because you'll see something that says class notebook, which is level 7 stuff. And you'll also see assignments and grades. That's how you know that you're actually in a classroom team. Okay, so you have your channels on the left. You have your tabs across the top. You have your ability to talk to everybody down here in the bottom, right, to be able to post everything within the team. All right, and then anything out here in the blue, this is kind of like a taskbar thing. This will stay universal no matter what team you are actually in. All right, and then of course you have the waffle here. If I click on the waffle, it'll take you back to whatever apps that you want to go to. Okay, so you have again channels, tabs, and being able to talk. And anything here in the middle, this is all your workspace. Okay, now I do want to show everybody before we get too into this. So you have your posts. If I click on this Files tab in the General channel, so I'm in the General channel, I'm in the house, the whole house. I click on this Files tab, it automatically, when you create a team, it automatically creates one folder called Class Materials that the students that are sitting in your class can never touch. The only thing they could do is just open the documents. They can't edit them, they can't modify them. So I've put several documents inside the level 6 team already. All right, and what we are hoping to do here is we're hoping to get the whole district into all these different level teams. So if you ever want resources, if you ever forgot how to do a specific step in level 6, go to the level 6 team, go to the general channel, go to the files, and you'll have all those helpful documents sitting in here. All right, so I have everything from the emergency remote continuum, that's basically this thing, to some fake students. All right, now we have an official list of fake students. That's going to look like this screen right here. We have about, I don't know, whatever that is, 8, 10. We have 10 fake students or so that we can use. So in today's webinar, we're going to have you create a fake team, and we're going to have you put these fake students in your fake team. So that way you can practice creating assignments, giving them to the fake students, and then you can even log in as the fake student just to make sure it's working out fine. All right, so that's what this list is here. I've kind of tiered it a little bit to grade levels so that we're not overwhelming Johnny Quest with 1,000 different assignments from hundreds of different teachers that we are having work in this world. Okay, but all these fake students are all live. You can log in right now as any of these fake students in Office 365, and you will see like my assignments given to them. You'll see whatever. All right, so we got anybody from Peter Parker, Tony Stark, down to Scooby-Doo, and whoever Haji Singh is. I think it's Johnny Quest's friend. I'm not a huge Johnny Quest fan. Maybe I'm just not old enough, or as old as like a Joanne Washkalis to remember who that even is. So, but anyways, that's what's inside of this Files tab of the general channel. All right, I have a quick guide too. So like anything that we're doing today, you know, all the clicks, all the bells and whistles, all the, you know, what do these documents mean, or where did he click on this, or what did he click on that? That's in this quick guide. All right, so I'll just kind of show it to you real quickly. It does rotate here, and I don't know why it rotates. If you just right click on it and rotate it clockwise, it'll fix everything up. But you'll see it shows you like what the phone app looks like. It shows you what I am talking about as far as posts, the grading rubric, and so on. Okay, so it's kind of a click by click kind of a thing. All right, so that's the quick guide. And then I also have inside of the inside of that folder, I also have the a quick tutorial link, which is extremely helpful. I'm getting a lot of praises on this one. This is it's a simple document, simple Word document. It's like a table. All right, I'll download that one as well. Gives me a notification that I downloaded it. All right, and basically what this is just a simple Word document that has all the skills that I'm showing. Oh, of course, there's a problem because I got 17 things going on at one time here. But basically, it's a step-by-step guide. A lot of people like to write down every single click that we're doing in a webinar on a piece of paper, and then once the webinar ends, they go back to their piece of paper, and then they keep that piece of paper forever, and then it gets coffee stains, and then you forgot where that paper is, and so on. Well, I'm trying to put everybody at ease, so I've created that step-by-step click guide and left that in the files folder here, or the files tab. So that's what the tutorial links are. Again, it shows you step-by-step, click by click, and also pictures of everything that I'm doing in today's webinar. Whew, okay. So that is in the Files tab of the Level 6 team. So let's get everybody in to the Level 6 team now. So, ladies and gentlemen, what we're going to do is I'm going to have you actually minimize the webinar. You'll still be able to hear my voice, but I'm going to need you to minimize the webinar by clicking on the blue snowflake at the bottom of your screen there, all right, the icon for Go to Webinar. All right, if you click on that blue snowflake again, the webinar will minimize and it will just show you your computer again. So if you could please, go ahead and minimize the webinar. And then what you're going to do is you're going to go to either Chrome or Edge. Personal thing, I always just like to work in Edge whenever I'm doing Office stuff. And then I like to use Chrome for basically the rest of my life. All right. But I'm going to stay in Edge. It's up to you, whatever way you want to do it. You're just going to need to go ahead and log into Office 365 by going either to Chrome or to Edge. You go to office.com and then sign in with your credentials. Okay, remember again, when you sign in, it's the same credentials that you use on your laptop. All right, so it's whatever username and password it is to log into your computer, that's the same username and password it is to get into Office 365.
Okay, and we have one little question here, Ed.
Mm-hmm.
Do we join if we've already joined the team before?
Who was asking that question? Because I can't remember.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to see. I'm not seeing. Jessica.
Yeah, I believe Jessica's already in that team. Yeah, so
Yeah.
Jess, I think you're already good.
Okay.
You can already head over to level 6. Jessica's definitely one of our higher achievers here. She usually, I show her one skill and then she does like 4 or 5 other skills at the same time and then gets back to me. Okay. So she's a good one. Okay. Anyway, so when you get to office.com, you're going to click on Teams. So again, get to office.com, sign in, and then you're going to click on Teams. So hopefully as a level 6 person right now, you kind of know how to get there. All right, but I will demonstrate one more time. So if you want to look at the webinar, if you don't know where I'm at right now, you can click on the blue snowflake to come back. And when you click on that blue snowflake, again, you'll bring it back to the webinar. All I'm going to do is once I get here, I'm just going to go ahead and click on Teams. Then you're going to get a button in either the upper right corner or the lower left corner. And that button is going to say join or create a team. And you want to click on that. Okay. So mine is loading. Again, super slow this morning. It's got to be my router in my house. My God. All right. So once I get to all the different teams here, for God's sakes, it's because I have that one open. I don't want to go there. There we go. All right, so once you get there, mine are all in tile form. Yours might be in a list form. You can always change that using the cog up here if you wanted to. I'm not going to demonstrate that now. But you'll notice in my upper right corner, it says join or create team. It might be down here in the lower left corner where it says join or create team. Either one, I don't care where it is, just find that button. Join or create a team. And then the next screen is going to say create a team or join with a code. And you want to join with a code, and I'm going to put the code on the big screen right now, on my screen, and I'm also going to read it off. The code to get into this team is 1, the number 1, 1EM DOQJ. Capital letters doesn't mean anything. All right. So again, I'll read it again. 1EM, M as in Marie, DO, D as in dog, QJ, 1EM DOQJ. So please go ahead and do that right now. Hopefully everybody's able to leave the webinar, open up that tab, go to office.com, sign into office.com, then you're going to click on your teams and then join the team with the code. And the code again is 1EM DOQJ. Right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back over here to my members and I'm going to see how many people dropped in. Let's get rid of this guy. And I can see I'm up to about 80 guests right now, which is perfect. Some of these people might have been in the other level 6 training that we've already done, and which is fine. Once you get in the team, you could by all means stay in the team. All right, so I am seeing some new people in here. I am seeing some old people in here. That's great. There's that Jessica Calbago girl, man. She's a problem. You can see Carly Washkalis. Carly, I hope you enjoy that little picture that you have in there of yourself. I don't know if you noticed that. I don't know who might have done that picture or where that picture even came from. But anyways. All right, we got Pam Garbedian. Pam, go ahead. I'm going to unmute your microphone. Got a question here real quick?
No, I just wanted to let you know that I'm trying to, my internet's working slowly. And so if you didn't see my name in there, it's just like a white board right now. And so I'm trying to refresh the page continuously. So I don't know what the issue is.
Yeah, that's very common. Sometimes you just need to refresh the page or even just, start a whole new tab and try to start over again. Okay. So anyway, so hopefully everybody is in. I am going to push forward. Cheryl, you okay real quick?
I'm having trouble with my laptop. It doesn't want to convert over to let me do anything. I can watch you, but I can't go any further, so.
Oh, all right. Well, hopefully you get the directions. If you can get into the team itself, and then all these clicks and buttons are there for you, and we'll be able to get you all caught up. But that's basically where we're at right now. So everybody hopefully is within the team. All right, and I'm going to push forward here because I just want to keep this thing going. All right, so again, you will see the channels on your left. You'll see the tabs across the top. I'm in the general setting where I'm going to get back to the general setting right now. All right, and what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to have everybody, once you get in, please, you're going to probably land in the posts tab. If you can go ahead on the bottom there where it says start a new conversation. If you could just write a good morning the way Veronica did. Good morning, Veronica. Good morning, Marianne. If you can go ahead and write something in there just so I know that you're kind of here and you're alive and, maybe you haven't burned the roof of your mouth on your coffee. All right, so I'm seeing people say good morning. Karen's here, beautiful. Becca Yachts, how are we doing? Becca, I was thinking about that Cohort K from a couple years back in Binghamton, the training that we went to, that you and I and about 10 others went to. It was a good time. That was back in the Art McDonald days, drinking wine and getting loaded. And then we went to the webinar, or went to the training the next day and rocked it. So anyways, anyhow, we got some people that are saying hello and good mornings. That's great. If you could please, whatever grade level you teach, all right, if you can go to that channel now on the left-hand side, click on one of those channels on the left-hand side. So grades, say I'm a grade 3 to 5 teacher, I'm going to click on grades 3 to 5. And then I just want you to say hello in that specific channel. All right, so I demonstrated real quick. So Janelle is there, beautiful. All right, so go to those particular channels and then drop a hello in there as well. So again, a channel is just a room in the house. You can designate it by reading groups if you want. You can designate it by whatever else. So, oh, I'm going to get lots of notifications here. I probably should have changed that. All right, but anyways, so feel free to do that inside of each of those channels just to get comfortable and working in that world. So I'm going to the 6 to 8 channel now. I see a bunch of people in the 6 to 8 saying hello. Brett Gatis is there. How we doing, Coach? Grades 9 to 12, our high school friends. Carly Washkalis is there. Marty Campbell, welcome back, Marty. Veronica Schucker, Christine Lodovico, living right across the street from me. Do we have any K-2 teachers in here? I'm going to go to the K-2 channel. April is there. Yeah. All right, Michelle, beautiful. Yeah. Dave Glahey is back. The old penny, you can't get rid of him. He just always shows up. Man, he is the Energizer Bunny. All right.
Could you please post that code again, Ed? I had to go to another computer,
sure.
Somebody says.
No problem. Let me show the code one more time. I think it was 1. If somebody wants to post that, oh, crap, that's okay. I'll just throw it on there. I didn't know if anybody wrote it down and you wanted to post it. But anyways, settings. And I'm going to come down here to the team code. I'll throw it on the full screen, but it's 1EM DOQJ. 1EM DOQJ. Right. Okay, so we're all in the general channel. We've all made our little hellos into each of the grade levels. Again, if you're an elementary teacher, maybe you might want to put like reading groups in there. Maybe you might want to put math groups in there, and then have specific documents or have specific conversations or have specific whatever inside each of those channels. But again, today is all about level 6. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and click on the general channel. So if we can get everybody to click on your general channel right now, let's get back to that main screen in the beginning. All right, good morning, Maria. I'm glad to see you here. So we're going to go back to that general channel. And I'm going to go ahead and click on assignment. So if you would please come on back to the webinar. I'm going to just show you on the teacher end what it looks like to create an assignment. And then I'm going to actually make Carly's screen go live again. because Carly knows how to access her assignments and how to do them and then how to turn them in really quickly. So we're going to watch it, the teacher and student end of it all here right now in the webinar. Okay, so right now, come on back to the webinar by clicking on that snowflake at the bottom of your screen. I'm going to give you guys a couple seconds to come on back. All right, I'm looking at the screen now. I got a couple little exclamation points. That means you're not with me yet, but that's okay. We're going to move forward. All right, so I'm on my assignments tab. Again, tabs are on the top. Assignments tab. Now what I did is I already created these assignments. This is something that you won't see at all. The team code, if you want to handle that one, Raj, Catherine Brooks is looking at that one right now, that question. So what I did last night until about 2 in the morning is I made a whole bunch of assignments that I'm going to assign to every single person in this team right now, just so that you get comfortable as far as seeing what assignment, how to post it, and then on the student end, what it's going to look like. All right, so I'm going to go to my assignments. Right now, I saved them. I didn't assign anything yet. I just saved them as a draft. I'm not going to show you how to do that just yet, but I'm just going to assign these to you. So the first assignment I'm going to post to everybody is this assignment that I'm calling, Where Am I Going? All right, and on the teacher end, what I did was I created a title, Where I'm Going to Go. And then I put in the instructions, use the attached Word document to submit your answer. And then I want you to write 2 places where you'd like to go when this whole stay in place thing is lifted. Now I also included a Word document, so that way the students are going to type right in that Word document what their responses are. I can add more resources. I can add a PDF. I can add a link. I can add whatever else in there. I gave it 2 points. I do have a rubric that I have attached to it if you like working in the rubric world. I'm going to assign it to everybody in the level 6 team, to all students. If I want to assign it to multiple teams, I can do that by clicking on Assign To. Then you'll see all my teams will show up down here, and I can just click on, multiple teams in there. So I'm going to give it to the Maynard trial class and my sample earth science team. I'll click off. And now you'll notice that it says assigned to 3 classes. Right now, it's not super important that you're remembering every single step I'm doing, because you're going to have enough time to practice this on your own. All right, so everything is all set. I'm just going to make it do whenever I want to make it do. I could change that day and also the time. I can schedule it as well, but again, I don't want to show you that just yet. And now I'm going to go ahead and click Assign. So now that assignment is sitting out there for you to do. I'm going to go back to Miss Washkalis. Carly, I'm going to turn the computer back over to her. Hopefully she didn't leave. Did she leave? Oh no, she's a presenter. I'm looking at the attendees. I'm like, that little jerk left. Anyway, sorry. Carly, we still love you. All right, Carly, are you there? Oh, I think I have her muted. There we go. Car?
I'm here.
All right, so Carly, I have assigned it to you. So now your screen, ladies and gentlemen, on the webinar is what you're going to see. So you're going to go ahead and click on assignments, and Carly, I'll let you take it away from here.
Okay, let me just refresh the page really quick, see if it'll come up. Give me 1 second. Oh no.
Oh, hold on. I just got the notification that it went out.
Okay. So
All right, go ahead and refresh one more time.
okay. Yeah, it's a little laggy. Sometimes take a couple seconds.
Yeah, sometimes it takes a couple seconds to get there, especially if you attach a Word document or other items to that. Come on.
Sometimes charm.
Well, it better be. I'm going to blame you.
Okay.
I reset my phone. I don't know where it is.
Yeah, click on like posts and then go back to assignments.
Okay.
Oh, madam. Well, I don't want this to be the all-time bust. That'll really upset me. This worked great the other day, and this is where people throw their hands up. Yeah, go ahead, back to your general channel. Oh, you know what to do.
Yeah. If it doesn't show up here, I can go to another class and do one really quick.
All right, go ahead to another class and just to demonstrate that one more time, that process.
My Spanish teacher just posted a new assignment.
Okay.
So,
Meanwhile, while you do that, I'm going to post other assignments to this class. Go ahead.
okay. So usually I would hit view assignment, or I would just go to my assignments tab and click on the assignment that's due. So as he said, the instructions are on the document. Oh, I just got it. Ha ha ha. So I'll go to that one really.
All right, go to that one.
It just came through. Here we go. Okay, so where I'm going, it comes up in posts and it comes up in assignments. So with either one, I can click on it. And then obviously here, the instructions, how many points, his rubric, and then the work. So click on the Google document.
You might get a bunch of notifications coming out now because I just sent out
That's-
5 different assignments.
So usually with the Word documents attached in Teams, I'll hit edit document, and it's easier to just edit in the browser. And when it says edit in browser, it just means edit right in Teams. So it'll pull up all the like little Word doodads that come up at the top. They come up at the top. And so I'll use this document to write 2 places I want to go. So where I work, Wilson, Tuscarora State Park, and then me and my friends want to go to Sunset Bay Beach when everything is back up and running. So that's it, and as you can see, it saves right in the Word document, so it's saved. So hit close, and then just to show you that it's saved when I click it back, there's my edits.
All right, now one more thing I need you to demonstrate. Go ahead and close that.
Okay.
Can you
Rubric?
go ahead and add work? No, go ahead back to and click on add work. So ladies and gentlemen, this would be if a student wanted to create a document of their own on their end. So if you could just create a quick document of your own.
Okay. So OneDrive, and then you can add new file or you can link it. Then I'll just do a random one from this device. Now I'm just gonna add a random document. I'll do invest this one.
That's a huge one. Anything small.
I'll do daily practice 1.4.
Okay.
That bigger?
That's fine. That's a picture. That's no big deal.
Okay, cool. So that's what it would look like uploaded. Then you just hit done.
All right, so again, hold on before you go. So what we did here was I supplied her with a document that she can write her answers in. But what I wanted her to do, boys and girls, is I wanted her to create a document of her own and then push that up into the assignment as well. So you could do it either way as the teacher. What I like to do, what I would rather do is I'd rather give them the document to work in, so that way when it comes back to me, I kind of get this uniform look. But you don't have to provide that document. You can make them do it on their own by creating their own document and submitting it as add work. Okay, sorry, Car, go ahead. Go to the
You're
rubric.
good. Yep. And then this is what his rubric looks like, how to get the points and all that fun stuff. And then when you're done and you've uploaded your work or you've edited the document, then all you do is hit turn in. It gives you a cute little animation.
And there you go. All right, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the presentation back over again. So, Carly, if you can mute your own microphone this time.
Okay.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we're still on the webinar. Now we're back on my screen. We're on the Ed Maynard screen right now. All right, so now I'm with my classes. So, you know, the post went out there and, you know, or the assignment went out there. So now it's out there. You'll notice now in posts, in the general tab in posts, you'll see all the assignments were posted in there automatically, along with if it was posted inside of the assignments. So a student can see it in either place. You can see it in the posts or you can see it in the assignments. All right. So now, all right. So what I'm going to do is here, I could see some people are already, like the overachiever. I'm going to bet it's Jessica Altman because, you know, that's what she does. I'm just kidding. But anyway, so here are all the assignments that I did put out there for today. And I'm going to go ahead and click on the where I'm going to go. Right, and it's going to load up all, in this particular case, I have 84 students, and it's going to load up all 84 students as far as who turned it in, who did not turn it in, and so on. So I'm going to go down here to Carly Wash-Callis. She's down here at the bottom. Joanne didn't turn it in, okay, but Carly did. But anyway, so I'm going to click on this blue turned in. And again, I'm just demonstrating it right now. We're going to have time to practice this in a minute. All right, so now I'm looking at Carly Wash-Callis's assignment. All right, this is what she uploaded to me. All right, so she sent me a PDF of something, but I want to see what her actual work was, what her, you know, what the sentence that she wrote was. So now I'm clicking on over here. This is what she uploaded, and this is what I gave her. So it says use this document to write about 2 places you're going to go to, and she wrote her Wilson and her Sunset Bay where life is happening good. All right, so as a teacher, I can use my rubric, and I got place 1. All right, she's got it, so I'm going to give her a point for that, even though she doesn't, maybe she does not point it or did not state it, but in this case she did, so I clicked on that. And then I come down here, or I can give her feedback on that first place. I could say, that sounds like fun. So I'm giving her feedback right now on that particular point. Right? Here comes the second place, Sunset Bay Beach. All right, she states the place. She gets the point for that. Great place. I can give her feedback if you wanted to, but you know, whatever you think is good. Now, as I've been doing that, all right, what it's been also doing is it's also creating the final grade. So when I click done, again, you don't need the rubric. If you want to give her feedback on the whole assignment, that's where this is here. So I'm going to just say great job. And we're going back into snail pace here again. All right, so anyways, you can see down here at the bottom, it's got 2 out of 2 because I used my rubric to grade it. It graded 2 out of 2, and then I'm just going to hit, because it's already done, it's already graded, I can return it to her so that she can see the feedback, all right, and she can see her points. And once I'm done with that one, I'm going to go ahead and hit close, and then I can check out the next student's work and so on and so forth. Okay? So that's where we're at. I'm going to go ahead and close out Carly's work here. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, you have 5 assignments I just gave you. If you wouldn't mind, please go ahead and do that first one that I just assigned Carly, which is the where am I going to go one. So go ahead and you can minimize the webinar again by clicking on the blue snowflake, and I'll let you work on your assignments. But let's just start off with that where am I going to go one first. Okay. Meanwhile, while you're working on that assignment, as I can see 3 out of 4 people turned it in, I am going to answer some of these questions that are out there. All right, so Jess, is there a way to assign and change assignments across all teams? So frustrating when I've given out assignments, I have to go in and change each team separately. No, I believe once you assign it to all the teams, you would have to go back to each of those teams and then change it individually. Or just reassign it. You know, you can just kill the assignment altogether, Jess. So I can come here to assignments. I can come back down here to where am I going to go. I can click on edit assignment. Why does it want to run slow today? Okay. So I can click on edit assignment right here. I can change my assignments. And right now it's assigned, it's already out there. I can't really do much to it, but I could delete the assignment. Or I could edit it in here and then hit update. And it should update to all 3 of my classes, but I'm not 100% sure on that one. So you may have to delete the assignment and then repost it. And if you do delete the assignment as the teacher, it will kill the assignment in everybody's team. Is there a way in Nearpod that you can assign to all classes? No, that's another one in Nearpod. So if you create a Nearpod lesson and then you go to assign to a class, I don't know if you can, I don't remember right now in Nearpod if I can assign it to multiple teams or you have to go team by team. Not 100% sure on that one. Okay, so everybody's got the assignment. So once again, please, you know, try the assignment on your own. And once again, Roger, or I'm sorry, Gene. Why did I call you Roger? Gene,
That's right.
did you write down that team code?
No,
by
in fact, I was just trying to find it now.
Okay. So
Uh,
basically, yeah, if you click on the three bullets next to the team title, and then you go over to manage team. Actually, you know what? At this point, it might just be easier to add her. I'm just going to add Catherine Brooks.
okay.
So I'm going to go. I think she's
Okay.
right?
Now, okay.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
what
gonna
I was
just
trying
add
to
her.
figure out how to find the team code. Thank you. I got it.
There you
Here, I got it here if you want.
go. Okay. All right. If anybody has a problem still getting in, need that team code, just throw it in the question box, and
Yeah.
Gene can throw it to you, or we could just add them. I just added Catherine as a team member right now.
Oh,
So
okay. You got it? Okay, good.
Yeah. So Brooks, you are in. So feel free to join in. Join in the fun. All right. So go ahead and answer that assignment first. I'm going to go back to my general assignment. Now, the next assignment I need you to take a look at, all right, is there's a quiz. So I put in different types of assignments out there as well. And I'm going to just scroll down to see how everybody's doing here. So I got 19 out of 84 people who turned it in, so that's great. The next one, whoops. Oh, I don't want to do that. I love when my palm hits the screen or hits the mouse thing there. If I can have everybody next do the level 5 quiz, I can see 4 out of 84 people have already turned that in, so that's great. So go ahead and do that level 5 quiz next. So this is a quiz if you wanted to put a quiz in there. And what I did was I created the quiz in Forms first. All right, now Forms is a level 3, level 4 type of skill, you know, from our continuum. So if you can do the level 4 quiz now, and you're going to notice it's just a simple quiz, 3 questions on some level 5 type of questions there, like, you know, like on the left-hand side of a team, what is that called? On the top, what is that called? But go ahead and try that level 5 quiz right now, if you wouldn't mind. And so while you're doing that quiz, I'll come back here to the questions. Is there a way if you create channels within the team and then move them around? No, you can't move the team around, the channel around. It sucks. They always alphabetize the channels. So I think that's what you're asking. Remove the assignments in the general channel. No, the only place you can assign assignments is in the general channel because it's an assignment to the whole house. All right. If you want to assign something just to a specific group in a channel, then you would just do a post in that channel the way you did when you said hello in the grade 3 to 5 or grade 6 to 8 channel. All right. But yeah, that's the one thing I wish that I can, you know, change those channels around a little bit. But no, once you put them in there, it just alphabetizes them. Where the students had to create their own PowerPoint, giving them 20 instructions. However, the students said they could not submit this assignment. Well, once they hit close, it automatically submits it. All right. How should I have done this differently? So Marty Campbell, that's a good question. Basically, you create an assignment where every kid is creating their own PowerPoint. What you could do is I would create that PowerPoint in your OneDrive, create it in like regular online PowerPoint, get that shared link so anyone can edit, and you're going to put that link in your assignment. All right. And then the kids will work in there. You will then go to your PowerPoint, see who's done what, and then you can come back to your grade book and then give them the grades that they need. I hope that answers your question. So Jess, thank you for answering that. It only updates in one class. So either, yeah, if you have a problem in the assignment, yeah, you're probably going to have to kill the assignment altogether and then create a new one. All right. How do you add the assignments tab? The assignments tab is already added. Yep. You're just going to be creating assignments here in a little bit. Countered a client request loop. Pam, you got some serious issues going on there.
I'm trying to figure that one out myself.
Wow. Pam, if you haven't done so, you may want to reboot that whole computer and try again. I'm gonna add her already to the team, so that way when you get to teams, eventually when you get to teams, you'll already be there. So I'm gonna just click add member. I'm gonna go to Pam Garbedian. And I'm gonna click add. All right, so Pam, you are now officially in the team. So if and when you ever get onto office.com and get into Teams, this will be sitting here for you. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and refresh my page right here. I'm going to take a look at how people did on the quiz. Now, the nice thing I like about a quiz is you already set the answers in forms. So when the kid's answering that quiz, it'll automatically grade it as it's going along. So the grade for you is already done. You don't have to go in there and regrade it. The grade is already going to be sitting in your grade book ready to go. All right, so if you want to come back here to the webinar, you're more than welcome to. All right, so I just refreshed the page because a lot of people are working on it. But anyways, so here's the level 5 quiz. Beautiful, 23 out of 84 people did it, and it's been turned in. So I click on the quiz. It's going to load up all 84 of the students that are in this team right now. Again, some people are not here, but that's fine. This is the beauty thing with working in this team. Those people that are out there that are not taking this training, that assignment is sitting in there for them. Okay. Now I could see Jessica Altman, my overachiever right here. She has already turned it in, and I see right over here she did get a 3, so she got a perfect score on her quiz. Way to go. Phil also did it, turned it in, got a 3 as well. Marty Campbell, nice 3s across the board. Makes me feel so proud and so happy. All right, so great job, everybody. I can look at the grades and assignments, or what it also does, if you want to take a look at it here in the webinar as well, if I click on grades top, it's creating a grade book every single time I post an assignment, right? And whenever those things start getting, graded. So if you take a look, all right, the grades are slowly filtering in right now. Again, it's 84 people, plus I'm on a webinar, plus my wife's on a webinar, my kid's doing work. So this is probably what's dragging me down right now. But anyways, this is the grade book. So where am I going to go? And the grades will start showing up here in these fields once the screen is completely refreshed. All right, so you can look at it in each place. I can either go to assignments or I can go to grades and see how the kids are doing. Right? And it can show me if it was turned in. It can show me the grade on it and so on. All right, so good. Everybody did the quiz. That's awesome. I see some people have gotten into the add a picture. That's good. My overachievers, that's fine. Go ahead and click on that video lesson. Let's go ahead and try that one next. Now, what I did on this one, so go ahead and leave the webinar, go back to your assignments, and click on that video lesson. So what I did for this one was, all I did was in this one, it says, watch this 5-minute video, and you don't have to do it right now. I just wanted to show you what it looks like, show the difference of it. It says, watch this 5-minute video, how to create a lesson, and state one thing that may give you an issue. All right, so if I'm on the student end, if I click on that reference material, if I click on that video, it's going to launch me right into YouTube. It's a quick 5-minute video on how to create an assignment, which is where we're going next here in the webinar. All right, this is a really good 5-minute video that I'd recommend everybody watch. I even put that video in the files. Remember how I showed everybody the files in the beginning of the webinar, how to go and how to get to those things, to get to the resources. So this is a really good 5-minute video on how to actually create an assignment, how to do what I just got done doing for each of you. All right, and then I also included a Word document that you can put your responses into. All right, and then you're going to submit it there. All right, I'm going to click back. I'm going to go back to my assignments. I just wanted you to check that one out. You don't have to sit and listen to that video. You could after the webinar is done or during the work session. You're more than welcome to. I would strongly encourage you to. All right. And then I saw some other people, like I have a Unit 1 Eagle lesson in there as well. So for my first grade friends that are out there, people that are in the elementary schools, I created a lesson directly from, I'm going to give this student view. I pulled a lesson right out of the OneNote notebook that all the coaches made, and I dropped it into here. So when you look at the assignment, what the kids are going to see, or what you would see, you'll see the page. That's, again, this is right from the class notebook, right from Carrie Sino. I think Carrie Sino did this one. This is right from the OneNote notebook, and I just threw the document picture in there, and I put a 1, 2, 3, 4 in the bottom, so the kids would write their answers in the 1, 2, 3, 4 on the bottom, right? And then they would hit their submit, and then I can grade it from there. So again, I'm not sending off a PDF. I'm just giving them a picture of it, and then they're writing their answer there. So that's a different type of lesson. And then the last one I really played around with last night. If you want to check this one out, I'll have everybody go to this one because this could get interesting. I know I'm going fast at this point, but I just wanted to kind of show and expose you to different types of lessons that you can put out there. Everything from a standard, write a response, to a quiz, to a web video review, to a draw it picture. So if I can have everybody go back to their assignments and do the add to picture assignment, this one's going to be very interesting. I don't know how this one's going to work, to be honest with you. This one I played around with last night, and I'm not sure how this one's even going to look. All right, but we're going to give this one a shot. So the add a picture assignment, I'm using Whiteboard. It's a whole other app, and because I've been thinking about how we're going to do this kind of work with kindergarten, first grade, second grade, and so on. All right, so so I dropped an image onto this thing called Whiteboard. So if you want to look on the webinar, feel free to do this. All right, so I downloaded this Whiteboard app. It's an Office product, and this is going to be a whole webinar in itself one day. So what I have here, and hey, wow, look at that, it worked. Oh, I'm so happy. All right, anyways, if you're looking on the webinar, this is basically a whiteboard, all right? Just like your web, oh, look at this, everybody's jumping in. I love it when a plan comes together. This is great. Okay, so what you're seeing here, this is really cool. I like this. What you're seeing here is what's called a whiteboard. This is just like the whiteboards that are in our classroom. It's just a generic screen, and all I did was I dropped an image, and I dropped an image of a beach, and all I'm having people do is just draw something on that image. All right, and you can see it's working live. If you're looking at this on the webinar, or even on your end, you're going to see everybody else's work that's being added to this. So this might be a nice little thing to do with your kindergarten, first, second grade. I think maybe once you get into the high school, though, I'd get a little worried about what they're going to draw in this picture. All right, let's be honest, because quite frankly, I don't know who is drawing what. So, yeah, but this is kind of a cool little thing. Again, you can put math problems in here, and then kids could be using their screen. If they had a touch screen, they could just use their finger, or they can use a stylus. And if they're doing this on a phone, they could just use their finger on the phone or on an iPad and draw whatever they want. Now, it is, right now, this is just one link. This is just one document, so everybody's working in one document. If I wanted to send one out to each kid, I'd have to make, if I got 20 kids, I'd have to make 20 different whiteboards and share the link to that each individual kid. So it is what it is. But I mean, I just thought this would be a cute, fun one to do with everybody. And you can see that even if you don't know anything about whiteboard, at least I can, as a teacher, I can put it in there. And it's a fun little assignment. I don't even need the picture in there. I can get rid of that picture. I just put it in as a background. I can literally have just a white screen that people are drawing stuff into right now. Okay? So that's a cool little assignment. I'm glad that one worked out. Way to go, Ed. Pat myself on the back for that one. That's a good one. I like that. Okay. That's a lot. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you could please, thank you so much for your artwork. and I can move around. Yeah, there we go. I can just grab the screen and move around. Oh, thank you. I think that says meet. I don't know if it's supposed to say meet or neat, but whatever. Use the stylus from my bottom of my laptop. Beautiful to make that. Excellent. So I could just move that screen around. I could shrink it just so that I could see. I see 1 + 1 = 4. I'm sure Carrie Sino did that one. Math is the best. I'm very sure Carrie Sino did that one, and so on. Okay. All right, we're going to get out of this, boys and girls. Let's head back to the webinar, please. So I'm going to X that screen out. And if I can get everybody back here to the webinar, so go ahead and click on your snowflake. Carly, if you're still out there, I want to thank you very much. I know this was a long one. Now you can feel the pain that our teachers are going through on a daily basis when they do these webinar trainings. All right, now you know why your mother is ready to lose her mind and the rest of the teachers in the Niagara Falls district are losing their mind. And I really get offended when I hear people saying teachers are just sitting at home collecting paychecks. God, that statement drives me crazier. I go right to 10 when I start hearing that, because I know that teachers are working very hard, if not harder than they've ever worked before. And I don't care if you're in level 1 making web pages or if you're up to level 8. I don't care what level you're at here. Everybody is working hard, and when I hear that, the claws come out. Like, I'm serious. Like, it's bad when I hear that statement. So don't use that one around me that teachers are just collecting paychecks. We're learning just as much, if not more now. Okay, bring it down, Ed. Bring it down. And this is without coffee. Can you imagine if I drank coffee? Okay. Quick questions before, because I am going to show you in the next like 5 minutes here. I know this one's going a little bit longer. I'm going to blame Carly. You know, Carly monopolized the webinar time. But anyways, I'm going to show you now how to actually make these assignments as a teacher. And then I'm going to want you to make your own fake team and then add fake students to that fake team. Okay. All right. And once I'm done with that skill, it should take about maybe 10 minutes. I'm going to leave the microphone on, and you can play in your fake team. You can try making your own assignments, assigning it to kids, and then you can even leave, like log out of office.com, log in as that fake student to see how it looks on your end. Okay? That's where we're going. Before I go there, I do want to take a look at some of these questions. I'm going to try to answer as many as I can without delaying too much more of the webinar. Again, this webinar is being recorded, and we will post it in the level 16, and we will also post it on the web pages, or on the district page, in the Teacher Resource Center. Have each class already loaded and I log into Teams, so do I need to create a separate channels? No, Maria, good question. The channels that are over here, you don't need channels. My wife literally uses channels just as like resource material. You know, she might have a Unit 1, Unit 2, Unit 3, Unit 4 channel, and just shove some documents or some files within those channels. All right, but you don't need to even have any channels. You can strictly work from the general channel and just do assignments. That's it. All right, if you want to get into this world and have your kids already working in this world, level 6 training that you're doing right now is all you would need. You don't even need channels per se. You could just create assignments and get that loop going. Okay. So yes, you can leave the general channel as is. All right. Jess, I can deal with Nearpod questions later. I don't want to get too bogged down with Nearpod stuff. All right. I created a team, but the only tabs I have at the top is posts and files. All right. So then, Janelle, what you did is you created Roger, Gene already answered that. I'm sorry, Gene, I didn't see your answer.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Please, and maybe others we need to know, because that's something that's very important.
Yeah, when you create your fake team, you want to create a class team. So Janelle, what I think you might have done is you might have created a PLC team. All right, so if you don't see assignments tab on the top, then you didn't create the right team. All right, I'm going to keep on moving here. How do we get notification when a student has completed an assignment? You could set your notifications per assignment, but honest to God, I wouldn't do that. I really wouldn't, because your computer is going to ping every single time a kid does an assignment. Now, you would hope that your computer is going to ping a lot, but I would probably leave that off. What my wife does is she just leaves the computer out. She leaves the assignment tab open, and she'll just hit refresh. And when she sees a kid that turns something in, she'll go right into it, and she'll grade it right then and there. All right. So yeah, I would strongly. I mean, you could do it. You can set it, but you may not. You may want to stand clear of that one. Okay, because every assignment you put out there, especially for our high school people, you got like 150 kids. So if I have 5 assignments times 150 kids, your computer is going to be pinging over 500 times. So yeah, you may not want to do that. All right. All right, so Catherine Brooks, you don't see the level 6 team? Yeah, it might be in the hidden. Yeah, it might be in your hidden teams. You might have hid that team, so you might want to leave that team live. All right, so that's probably where it's sitting there, Catherine. For add a picture, am I downloading Microsoft Whiteboard? What I did for that is that's a separate app. I didn't want to open up that Pandora's box right now because that will bog down the rest of this webinar. So that's something, if you're pretty good with technology and you want to just play around, it's a simple app that I added. So I went to Microsoft on my home page, and for those of you that want to check out that whiteboard, I clicked on all apps, and you will find the whiteboard app sitting in there. All right, so that's, but then I downloaded the actual app to my desktop too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't want to, like I said, that'll bog down the rest of this webinar, and it's not really what level 6 is all about. That's whiteboard, but that's a really cool thing. I really kind of like that. All right, anyways, a couple more questions.
I think that's it.
All right, I think we're in pretty good shape. Marianne Kramer, I feel you, and I can feel the words coming out of that question when you said agreed. I have never worked this hard, and I believe it. And you work very hard. So to say that, that's a pretty big statement. So do not let anybody ever tell a teacher, whether it's you or anybody else, that you guys are just sitting home collecting paychecks, because that'll fire you up, fires me up. Anyways, okay, if I can get everybody back here to the webinar real quick. All right, so click on that snowflake. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to make a very simple assignment. And again, that's in the files. There's a quick 5-minute video there. You got the click-by-click thing, how to do it. You have this webinar video. So there's 3 ways in which, or you can just listen to me right now. There's 3 ways in which you can, you can review this on your own. All right, so what you're going to need to do first of all is you're going to need to make your own team. You're going to need to make a fake team. All right, so I'm going to demonstrate real quickly how to make a fake team and how to put in a fake student. All you need is one. You don't need a full class. All right, so here I am. I'm on my webinar page. If you already know how to do this, please, by all means, go ahead. You should already know how to do this because you're level 6, but it's okay. I'm going to review anyways. So I'm going to go ahead and click on where it says join or create a team the way we did before. But this time, I'm not going to join a team with a code. This time, I'm going to create a team. So I'm going to click on the blue box, create team. There's 4 different types of teams that you could be creating. A class team, a PLC team, staff, and other. I'm going to put students in this, so I'm going to go to class. I'm going to give it a name. I'm going to call this fake team. All right. I'm going to click next. So it's creating a team right now. All right. Now I'm going to add some students next. And I'm going to have you enter some of these fake students. All right. Or if you're really good friends with a teacher and the 2 of you are kind of working through this, you can add a teacher's name in there. Like if I added Gene Colbago, I can add him here. I start typing in Gene and he will show up. All right. But I don't want to do that because Gene's actually well, actually, I'm making a fake team, but I wanted to use one of those fake students. So I'm going to type in Scooby. All right. And Scooby-Doo is going to pop up. All right. We already got him in the system here. So I typed in Scooby and Scooby-Doo pops up. And I'm going to click add. Now, Scooby-Doo is my one student that's sitting in my fake team right now. So I'm good enough. I'm going to click close. You can use Scooby-Doo, you can use Johnny Quest, you can use Peter Parker, you can use Stark, whatever you want to use. Okay, I just used him. Now, I've created my fake team. You know that you're in a team because it'll say posts, files, class notebook, or assignments. Okay, that's how you know right here that you're actually in a classroom, are these 2 tabs up top. Next, I'm going to click on assignments. And it's going to give me something like, okay, welcome to assignments. Okay, let's get started. So I'm going to go ahead and click get started. And it says you don't just love a blank slate, create your first assignment here. So I'm going to go ahead and hit create. Now I can create from an existing assignment. So if I've already have an assignment out there, I can bring that in. But right now I don't. So I'm going to say I'm brand new to all this. So I can either do an assignment or I can do a quiz. Okay, a quiz, I'm going to have to create the quiz in Forms first, and then I can find it by doing that. I'm not going to even do that. I'm going to just do a simple assignment. So I'm going to click on assignment. So now you got to set the parameters of this assignment. And then I'm going to call this assignment, well, why not? Scooby-Doo. I don't even know if that's how to spell it. Where are you? Where are you? That's the title of my assignment right there. Instructions. I might want to say, please write a sentence explaining where you are. That's the directions. Now, I want them to do this in a Word document. So I'm going to click on Add Resources. That's this little paper clip right here. Again, you don't have to. They can do it on their end. They can create their own Word document and upload it the way Carly did. But I like to give them the template to work in. So I'm going to click on, I could pull it from OneDrive if I have a separate assignment or a sheet. If you have a class notebook going, I can pull a page out of that. I could put a link in there the way I did for the video. All right, remember the video assignment that you looked at within YouTube? I could put a video link right in there, or any link for that matter in there. New file, if I have something from another team that I want to bring into this, I can do that. Or I can upload a file from my device. I'm going to go to new file, because I don't have this document made. So I click on new file. I can put one of three things in here right now. I can click Word document, and I'm going to put the Scooby page in there. I'm going to call it Scooby page. I'm going to click attach. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't listened to me at all for anything else in this webinar, make sure when I put a document in here, it's always going to be in there as students can't edit. But that basically means it's going to be a read-only file right now. You have to change that. If you want them to type in that document, you got to change this setting every time you do it. And I'm going to talk to Melissa Cacciatore to see if I can default that the other way. But right now, students can't edit my Scooby page. So I just click on the three bullets over here, and I can put students edit their own copy. That's what I want. Now it says students edit their own copy. So now, like what you did as a student, now they're going to do that on the Scooby page. Number of points, if you want to make a rubric, you can. That's in the links, the quick how-to links, how to make a rubric. You can follow that. I'm not going to do that right now. I'm just going to do a simple 5-point assignment assigned to the fake team. I can do multiple teams, add to all students, or I can do it to individual students. So if you want to differentiate your instruction, you can give this assignment to Jimmy, Joe, Johnny, Sue, and Sally, and not the rest of the class. Okay, if you want to differentiate. And then I'm going to hit assign. Okay. So it's sitting there right now. So Scooby, once he logs in, I can log out of Teams right now. I don't want to because it's going to take too long. I'll get a pop-up saying that the assignment went out. So now I can leave this as the teacher right now, as I'm playing in here. I can sign out of office.com by clicking on your little initials up here, all right, and come down here to sign out, and then sign in with a different account. Sign in with the Scooby-Doo account. Make sure you have his username and password, okay, and then sign in and see what it looks like on that side. So that's what I want everybody to do right now, right? And I'm going to keep demonstrating it on the webinar. If you feel like you got it, all right, some people could just see it one time and just go. Some people need me to demonstrate it again and again and again, and I'm going to do that on the webinar. So what I need you to do right now is I need you to go back to Teams. All right, so leave the webinar, click the snowflake. Go back to your Office 365, and I need you to make a new team. So you want to get back to your landing page that looks like this. All right, and then you're going to click on your Teams. So I'm going to click on Teams. It's going to probably open me right to my level 5 because that's right where I was. That's kind of stupid. All right, so I'm just demonstrating again. If you already know how to do this, then great, go for it. Click on that button, join or create a team. Click on join, and I'm going to create a new team. Class. Again, make a class team. This is fake team 2. I'm going to click next. Then I can add again Scooby-Doo. I can add Johnny Quest. I would recommend adding somebody different than Scooby-Doo, only because if everybody starts adding Scooby-Doo and you log in as Scooby-Doo, you're going to see a whole bunch of assignments that is going to drive you crazy. But anyway, so you might want to add like Fred Jones, Peter Parker, Tony Stark. It's on the webinar right now. I have the list on the webinar.
Yeah.
So go ahead and try those.
And there's a good
So-
question down there from Jessica when you get a chance about the blank page.
Okay. So I'm going to add Fred Jones to this class instead of Scooby. And I click add. Well, Brent's added me to his fake team. Beautiful. Okay. All right, and then I'm going to go ahead and hit close. So now I've created my fake team again. Here's fake team 2. I might want to change that little icon. This was something that we showed you in level 5. I can upload it, or I can put a little pencil in there or whatever. Scroll down, I can update my picture. And away we go. Marianne added me to her team. Oh, I'm so honored. Everybody's putting me in their teams. Oh, look at that. But if you want to practice this, because this is where it's going to take some practice. And like I've told people in previous level 6 trainings, you might stay level 6 for the rest of this school year. And that's absolutely fine. All right. I mean, once you get into level 7, we're talking about class notebook. Once you get into level 8, now you're really kind of talking about the whole product. But you can pretty much stay in level 6 for pretty much the rest of the school year if you really need to. Okay, I'm going to refresh this page because it's going through some issues right now. All right, so go ahead and keep making your own teams, create an assignment, and then post that assignment to your fake student. All right, while you're doing that, I am going to answer some more questions. Can I see across teams who has done a specific assignment if it is posted across all teams instead of clicking into each assignment? No, you would have to click on the individual team itself and then click on grades or click on assignment within that one team, which is why somebody like a Brent Gatus, who has 500 kids or whatever he's got, all right, he may want to take all of his students and dump them all into one team, because from a management standpoint, that just gets crazy. Okay. So I don't know if that answered your question or not. All right. So yeah, so viewing the assignment across all teams, yeah, you would have to open up each individual team to see it, to see if the kids have done it. Do you know what happens if we use the PowerSchool pre-populated team? Does the information generated in that team archive, or is it deleted? What'll happen, and this is what scares me at the end of the year, what's going to happen is you're going to get brand new teams at the beginning of next year that are already populated with students. As far as your old team, I'm not exactly sure what happens. I've heard that things are completely lost in that team, which I find hard to believe. I'm sure there's got to be a way in which they are archived and how you can bring those back out again, which is why I personally, for me, I like having the power. Not that I'm a power trip guy, contrary to what people say about me. If it were me, I would create fake teams, or not fake teams. I would create my own team and bring all those kids in, because I don't like other. And that's probably the problem with Clever, and the problem with within that world is like Castle Learning too. You don't really have control over your own class, because Clever and PowerSchools kind of supersedes all of that. You know, so that's why I would personally make my own team. This is a question from Dave Leahy. So hey, I'm not sure at the end of the year. I know the teams go away, but I'm sure they're archived. I just don't know how that looks and how to bring that stuff back. Okay. You just added a blank page. Can you create a new document and write on it? Oh, thank you so much, Jess. Yes, let me do that. All right, so basically, yeah, I'm going to click on assignments. Yeah, that was a good question, Jess. Yeah, okay, so I'm going to go ahead and create an assignment the way I did before. So what Jess is asking me to show you right now, and thank you, Jess, for catching me, sample 1 assignment. So I'm going to demonstrate something real quick on the webinar, and then I'm just going to, for my directions, I'm going to say do this. For the resources, when I click on add resources, because I want the kids to write in a document that I'm giving them, so I clicked on the resources, I'm going to click on new file, the Word document, and write on this. And then I'm going to click attach. Now, right now, it's just a blank document. Okay, right now students can't edit it, so remember to press the 3 bullets, make it their own copy. Right now, it's just a blank document. Like there's no directions on that blank Word document. So if you want to put directions on that Word document, you actually have to open this up here. So just by clicking on it, it's going to open Word right here in Teams. And you can see it's just a blank sheet of paper right now. There's like a kid will open this up and go, what do you want me to do this? So maybe you might want to put some directions in there. So I'm going to edit the document right here in the browser. And then this is where the ribbon will show up. My cursor shows up, and I'm going to say write or type. I should say type. All right, so type your answer below. Okay. So now I have a little bit of a template made for them. Maybe you create a table. You can put a table inside there, whatever. Once this is all done, okay, I'm good with this. Notice it says saving right here. Now it's saved. Now I can click close. And now when the students open this document up, they're going to see write your answer below or type your answer below. If you don't do that, otherwise it's just going to be sitting there as a blank document, and they may not know what to do with it. Okay. So thank you very much, Jess, for pointing that out. Points, I'll just go ahead and hit 2 points and so on. Thanks for catching me, Jess. Sharp that one. What's the password for the fake students? All right, I got some fake students right here on the screen right now if you want to come back to the webinar. Again, it's in the level 16. If you click on files, you'll see the PDF there, which is what I'm showing on the webinar right now. It's sitting in that files right now as a simple table. But Scooby-Doo's password is 10007. Johnny Quest is 10001, 1002, and so on and so forth. All right, so I don't know if you want to write these down. Scooby-Doo is sdo@nfschools.net, and his password is 10007. 1 and then 3 zeros and then the number after that. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, I'm done showing new stuff. I know your minds are probably a little bit fried right now. We did do a lot, but when it boils down to it, if you watch that video, all right, this is the video I'm talking about. I'm going to leave this team, my fake team. I'm going to come back to my level 16. All right. If you watch the 5-minute video that's sitting in the general channel, click on files, you'll find the link to a 5-minute video how to make an assignment. All right, and that guy, I think, does about as good of his job as any. If you're using YouTube videos, though, just a friendly word of advice. If you're using YouTube videos to figure out your way in this world, be sure that you use videos that are probably less than 6 months old. All right, because a lot of the format has changed around. And so like this video that I found, I think is only 2 months old, maybe 3. But he does a good job, and his screen will look like what your screen looks like. And I think that's important when you're trying to, figure that out. So again, I clicked on the general channel, files tab, and here's a video link right here in this Word document. Right, I have the old level 6 webinar posted. I might put this one in here next, or I might just delete this other one because this one might be a little better. Because, as we do the webinars, we get a little better, a little better. All right, how do you move your students into one team? When you click on add students, if you have a whole bunch of sections that are already in your teams, which everybody does because those are the PowerSchool teams, you can just start typing in that section name, and then it will bring all the students in. Okay, Jess, so I hope that answered your question there. So when you go to add students, just again, start typing in one of the sections of another team, and then you can bring them all in that way. I can see the assignment, but it won't let me into it. As Scooby-Doo, Karen? Not sure.
No, that was,
Okay.
there's an answer below on that one.
Oh, I got you. I keep forgetting to look over there. You know, you have 17 screens open. You know, people don't realize this is hard teaching in a webinar.
Yeah.
I know you guys are going crazy, but it's hard for us too. Can you add students to an assignment that you have already assigned? Yes, Marianne, excellent question. Marianne Kramer, can you add students to an assignment that you have already assigned? Yes, once they enter the team, like say you have a student that enters late, all right, say you have assignments that are out there and then a student enters your team late, all the assignments will be listed in the posts, okay? So if they come in late and you add them later, all the assignments are still sitting in the post tab, so they can go back and get it that way. Or then click on assignments and it will automatically be there. So, yeah. Are you saying that any work that we are creating will disappear next year? Sort of. If you have a team that's going this year, at the end of the year, that's only if you're using the PowerSchool teams that have been created, Jessica, again. If you have a team that has been PowerSchool created and you're going off of theirs, the end of the year hits, PowerSchool blanks out because now next year is coming, that team is going to be archived. All the assignments that you've created, all the posts, whatever you might have done is going to be in an archived team. And I would not, I mean, you could go back and use that old team, but then you'd have to delete out all the kids and so on. So that's why I'm recommending that you make these your own team and bring your own kids in that way. That way, at the end of the year comes, you just delete out all the kids, but all the parameters are set in place. Or you can just go ahead and start a brand new team altogether. But the work is, it's not going to be lost per se. Like the assignments, you could still bring in old assignments from last year's teams, if that's what you're asking. Yes, you will be able to bring in old assignments from last year's teams. Okay, so once again, ladies and gentlemen, I'm done showing like new stuff. All I'm doing right now is people are out there. I'm hoping.
We still have quite a few.
Yeah, we got about 24
Yeah.
people that are still out there, which is great.
Mhm.
But I'm hoping that you're out there on your own team or on your own fake team, and you're practicing making assignments. So feel free. I'm just going to keep the microphone on, and I'm just going to answer questions and just demonstrate some things. So if a question comes up and you're like, oh yeah, how do you do that? Feel free to come back to the webinar. But right now, you should be kind of working in your own world right now. You should be working in office.com, creating a fake team, adding in these fake students that I have on the screen right now. All right. These students, again, are in the Files tab that's in that level 16. So when this webinar is done, this team is still there. You can always go back to this team. And this team will always be there forever until I delete it. All right. But this team will be there. And you can always come back to the level 16. You can always click on files and then pull up the video or pull up the step-by-step guides as well. So use this as a resource. You know, instead of putting it on an H drive or instead of putting it on a web page, just come right back here to the team and then click on the files. And then you have all the information that you need. Okay, so again, feel free if you are done and you're spent and you want to get ready for, this is level 6, you want to get ready for level 7 training, get ready to get your mind blown next. Like, I would strongly recommend you stay in level 6. I'm not saying you have to, but I'd recommend you stay in level 6 and really just work out the flow here of how to assign an assignment, how to get it out there to the kids, sign in as Scooby-Doo or sign in as Tony Stark or sign in as Shaggy, and then see what it looks like on that end and get that flow down. Like I said, my wife was at level 6 from March 15th until probably the end of March, going into April. You know, just staying just in that world, just being able to assign kids work and then collect the work, give them feedback, and then just stay in that loop. You know, as far as channels and posts and getting in the notebook and all that other stuff, it's really not 100% necessary. But the notebook is really, really cool. But it is a little confusing. We are still kind of struggling with it, and we go back and forth between Mike and myself and Phil and Roger and Gene and how to work inside that notebook, and it's a little involved. But I think right now, for what we need, at least from now until the end of the school year, level 6 would be plenty. All right, if you can master this, then you can start migrating from your web page. Then all you would need to start doing on your web page is maybe put on the welcome page, all work will be done within Teams from this point forward. All right, and then you send a text out to the kids, or I'm going to start doing some webinars for kids, probably starting next week, of how to get their assignments and how to work in this world. But I wanted to give teachers a week to start building up their assignments and building up their teams. All right. But don't worry, there's going to be plenty more webinars. And we're already plotting things out for the whole rest of the school year. There's going to be plenty of webinars staying with this topic. But then we'd like to get a little bit more specific, like maybe you might want to show a whiteboard, or I did have some people asking more about forms, you know, individual webinars on those kinds of things too. So we'll be doing those. Yep.
Dave Glahey has a question. He'd like to ask you. Going to unmic him?
Yeah, go ahead.
Dave, you're going to have to unmic yourself. Unmute yourself. There you go, Dave. We got you.
Thanks. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. I just thought this would be easier to ask than try to write.
Yeah.
So I'm interested in the idea that you said about importing students by finding one of those pre-populated teams, because that would presumably, if PowerSchool is correct, have all your students in it.
Right.
So if an update was made to that team, to the PowerSchool populated team, would it push that student into? It's a one-time event when you move students.
It's a one. Yeah. No.
Okay.
If you make up your own team, then it's a self-closed, self-contained team that you've created. So if something happens in PowerSchool where a kid is added, you would have to manually go in and add that kid into your team.
Right. Like adding a group of students to create your own team from the PowerSchool team is a way of getting them all in at once. Now, if I added a couple students or dropped a student, could I re-add that PowerSchool team? Adding a student twice wouldn't do anything, right? I mean, it wouldn't.
No, I don't think so. I don't think it would. I think you could probably do it multiple times. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're still out there and you want to see what Dave is talking about here, I have it on my screen right now. But basically, yeah, I think if you add in a full section twice, you know, I don't think the kid would be in there twice. I think they would just be in there. I think it would match up the student with the student ID with all that other stuff, and I think we just put them in there once. But I don't know.
Yeah, and I'm not even sure it's necessary. I just asking because I'm curious, but really, like at my level, we get, you know, individual students. So as soon as that kid appears, right? Well, I wish it was that few, but I mean, it's, you know, it's as soon as that student appears in. That's another question I got. Is the student, as soon as the student gets in PowerSchool, are they also in teams? Do those things happen simultaneously?
Yes, those happen simultaneously, just like in Castle Learning and just like any other program that's kind of all like in the Clever world. Everything is, you know, synced with PowerSchool. So yeah, if a kid is added, it automatically shows up in Team, automatically shows up in Clever, automatically shows up in Castle Learning, whatever else you might be using.
Now, do you know if we're searching for a student, like I've had students who have common names, like, you know, say John Smith 1, John Smith 2, is there a way to independently figure out which one is your student?
Yeah, like you'd have to look. Yeah, like I got John Smith up here, and it looks like there's a J, then an L, then a Smith, then the fourth. You know, so yeah, I mean that you're gonna have to do a little bit of legwork on that one.
Right. It would just be one of those things where you'd have to call probably the office if you had names that were. I've had that, like where you don't know which one is which, but That's why the pre-populated teams are helpful.
It is
but,
nice, yeah. But
well, actually, now that I'm saying it, I guess you could go into your the pre-populated teams are there no matter what you do. So you could go in there and see which student, when you get a new student, you could see what their name is because it'll automatically be assigned, and then you can just go back and assign it to your team.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, like mine, see, because I have different access than what you guys have, I don't have section classes made by PowerSchool. So what Dave is talking about is if you want to add students and merge students from one class to, you know, like what phys ed teachers like to do, and like Brett, excuse me, Brett did this because he's got all the students in the building. He doesn't want to deal with multiple teams. He just wants to deal with one team with all the kids. So what Brett does is he goes here to add a member, and he'll just type in section whatever. All right, his section is of all the teams. So you can see here, I just typed in section, and it's going to pop up all the different sections right here. So here's 6th grade physical education. I don't even know whose that is. All right, but you would know which one of these sections are yours. So once I click on that, right, then I click add, every kid that's in this section is going to be automatically added to my new team. So that's what Dave was talking about there. Okay, so again, just to hit add, add member. And if you have co-teachers, maybe you want to put a teacher in with you. All right, maybe you have your special ed, your consultant teacher. Maybe they want to start posting something in there. Maybe they want to make their own channel for just the special ed kids, and maybe they want to modify assignments. So I can click on teachers, and then I can start typing in another teacher's name, and I can add Gene Colbago as a co-teacher in my world. I click add. Now Gene is in here as a teacher already, but because he's a teacher, now he has the ability to make a channel as well. So maybe he makes his own special ed channel without calling it special ed. You know, maybe he just calls it the orange channel or yellow or whatever, and then, you know, make it a private channel so that, and this is stuff that we kind of showed you in level 5 a little bit, but at least in that channel, maybe this is his special ed channel here, the grade K2 channel is a special channel, and then he could start putting files inside of that channel just for those specific kids. And then you can make that private so that nobody else can get in it other than those 3 kids.
Hey, are we all set? Got
Thank
a good
you.
question here.
Yep.
It deals with moderation, moderating. If a student uploads an image and I want others to comment on it, is there any way to monitor their comments before they appear? That's the moderation idea, like in blogs and things.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, again, it's kind of an all or nothing kind of a setting in Teams.
Yeah.
All right, it kind of goes back to some level 5 stuff. But if a kid wanted to put a picture in there and see what people think, they would come here to either the general channel and click and post, and then come down here and then see this little paper clip down here. This is some level 5 stuff that we showed, but you can click on attach and they can put their picture in there and have everybody up, you know. And again, to 2nd graders, this would be harmless. They could absolutely do this, and kids would say, wow, that's a great swing set, and kids would be, I would hope for the most part, pretty nice. But it takes that one event where the kid says something bad, and then, you know,
that's okay.
But that's, so I mean, you would have to come into your team and then go to your manage the team, and then go to your members, and then you'd have to mute. All right, so like here's my 84 members that are in this team now. All right, and then I would have to. It takes forever. I don't know why this one
slow today.
But yeah, so like let's say Marianne Kramer, you know, she always gives everybody a hard time. So I don't want to let her talk anymore. So I can just click on this box right here, and now Marianne cannot respond, chat. She can see posts, but she won't be able to do anything other than just see them. All right, so that's where you would go. So I went to my team settings, went to members, and then went to the box and muted them.
Okay.
All right. What are the questions we got out here?
I put a document under the Files tab. How do I upload it under an assignment?
Okay. Well, regardless, if you put it under Files, that document had to start from somewhere.
Yes.
So if I click on Assignments, it would just be a matter of where you find it. Okay.
Sure.
So I click on Assignments, So I'm back in my level 6 team now. Should probably work in a different team so that way. I'm not gonna. All right, so when I click on assignments, then I go to create an assignments. I mean, you can have that file in multiple places. That could be on your web page. It could be on in this file section. It could be wherever it's going to be. Just when you click on resources, you just got to find it. All right, so when I click on add resources, I wonder if you can take it. Okay, yeah, so you would look in here, either in your OneDrive or where that file was actually created. So it might be an upload from your own device, from your computer. So I click on upload from this device, and now it's going to upload like my folders on my documents, and these are all things that are on my actual device. So that's Maria. I hope that answers your question.
Yeah.
But
so
yeah,
basically,
even if you put it in files,
yeah, it would basically be in two places then.
It could be in two different.
Yeah, you'd have it in the files up there, and then you could put it into your assign it as well.
Yeah. What some teachers do, I know Sabrina London over at Niagara Falls High School, what she will do is she'll make a channel and she'll put all the resources in that channel. And then when she creates her assignment, she has the kids refer to the channel, you know, to find the resources. But I kind of like, if it's on the assignment and you want them to use a resource, I like to put it in there, you know, as a resource in that assignment.
Yeah.
You know, just so that it just removes all the need for pointing and clicking and leaving and going and some of the things that Steve Kudis is not a fan of out there. You know, within teams, you know, because it could get overwhelming, and some people I know are feeling overwhelmed. But again, it's just, you know, take this in baby steps. You know, stay at level 6 until you feel good about yourself. All right, so Pam Garbedian, I'm going to start wrapping this thing up here, but
yeah, I think
Pam,
you've handled them. Yeah, I think you've handled most of the questions. Yeah,
I think so. So Pam, if you're out there still, you're logging into Office 365 using your username and password from your computer, and then you're going to click on Teams, and you're going to see this level 6 team that's going to be there already for you because I added you as a member of this team. All right, so we'll go ahead and look for that. If it doesn't show up on all your tiles, you might have been in the team and you hit it on accident. So toward the bottom, you can click hidden teams and it'll show up. Okay, yeah, so we'll keep looking. I was trying to find it and I couldn't, but it's a matter of playing around with it. Yeah, absolutely, Maria. But will not allow me to enter into teams at all. Well, that's interesting. Pam, you know what? I'm going to end the webinar in a couple minutes. You have my phone number already because we had talked. Give me a call and I'll see if I can walk you through that. Okay. All right. If there's any more last minute questions, again, refer back to the Files tab in the class materials. There's a really good 5-minute video right down here where it says video link. That'll take you to a YouTube video to show you everything that I just did. All right, or you can click on the tutorial links or the guide. The fake students are in that files right there. So feel free. Again, stay in level 6, play around, make your team, put one of those fake students in there, and just make your different assignments. And how is this going to look, and how is this going to work in your world? I just showed about 5 different types of assignments for different multiple grade levels. Everything from drawing on a screen, which I thought was really cute. And kindergartners, I think, would really get into that one. But, you know, there's any different number of things you can be doing for sure. All right. Okay. Gene, do you have any last minute things?
No, thank you. You know what? It's been very informative for me as well. So I feel a lot better having taken it myself. So thank you. And if I can help out in any way, email, whatever, I'd be very glad to do that as well.
All right. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. I'd like to actually head over to level 7 training myself. And I want to sit down with Mike and listen to his and help out on his end too. So if you feel pretty confident in level 6 and you want to try the level 7, it's going to start in about 15 minutes. You have enough time to go up, go to the bathroom, and get a drink, and go back to work because, you know, you're just collecting paychecks. So, you know, you might as well do something with it. All right. I'm going to end it. Thank you very much, everybody. Have a good afternoon.
Take care.
Take care now.